right, good evening. My name is Mr. Leonard. I teach 7th grade history. I just want to go through my syllabus with you guys so you know a little bit about what your child is going to be doing in history class this year. I sent this home with kids about a week and a half ago. If you haven't seen it, you can ask your student to show it to you. If they don't have it, you can certainly ask them to come and ask for another one, and I can send another one home. But it's just going to go through the basics of what we're doing. And if you have more questions, please feel free to pop into tonight's question and answer session, or give me a call, send an email, any of that stuff. All right. But I just wanted to jump through this. So classroom expectations that we talked about, showing up on time. That's a little bit of an issue with brand new 7th graders who haven't been on campus before. They're figuring it out. So at this point, it's not an issue. Coming prepared every day. They need to bring their books every single day. Something to write with, pen or pencil, blue or black ink. That's something that I stress. And then just the basic stuff, keeping hands and feet to yourself, no bullying, that stuff. I preach the golden rule a lot, treat people how you want to be treated. And I don't really have too many behavior issues in class traditionally, so I don't expect to have many this year either. The last one on that section talks about working hard and to the best of your ability. That's important to me. I really stress effort. As long as your student is putting in the effort, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So if they end up, a half a point away from a C or a half a point away from a B, I'm going to bump them up. If they're coming in for extra help, they're asking questions on teams, they're going the extra mile, that's going to be noticed and that will be rewarded. I really want to see kids, try their hardest, even if they don't do that well. I want to see that effort. We can always work together to get that understanding, but I want to see you try. So parent-teacher communication is the next section on there. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. It's just my first and last name, joryleonard@antiochschools.net. It's the same for all teachers. You can look at your student's schedule. It has all the first and last names. You just add antiochschools.net at the end of it. That's our email. Let's see, moving along. So I talk homework. I'm skipping our behavior section because that's just, basics. But homework, makeup work, extra credit, retesting, all those different things. Homework in history class is not going to be like English or math. You're not going to have homework every single day. You might have homework once a week, twice a week, probably at most. While the kids are excited about that, that does make it more important that they get everything done. Say you have 30 homework assignments in math class. If you miss one, it's not going to impact your grade that much. If you have 7 or 8 homework assignments for history class and you miss one, that's going to impact your grade heavily. So it's important that you get all of the homework done. Makeup work. This is probably the number one reason why kids fail my class. Is if you're absent, you have to come speak to me to find out what you missed. For whatever reason, whether it's just due to being shy or slipping their mind, but a lot of kids, they never come talk to me if they miss a day. And with zeros add up, that really, hits your grade hard. So please encourage people to come and see me if they're absent for a day, and I will give them whatever work they need to make up. Maybe there's no work they need to make up, but they need to come speak to me at least. The policy is that if you're absent for, say, 2 days, you have 2 days to make up that work. If you're absent for 1 day, you have 1 day to make up that work, and so on. Extra credit, I'm not sure how that's looked at in the past in 5th and 6th grade, but I don't really give extra credit individually. So I always have kids ask me, is there anything I can do for extra credit? There's not. If I offer extra credit, it's going to be to everyone in the class. And usually it'll be in the form of coming after school to help me with something. We do like Jeopardy before we have a quiz or something like that. They can help me put the questions onto the little cue cards and stuff like that. So usually it requires coming after school. There may be a bonus question on a test here and there, but extra credit's not something to expect. Retaking of tests. I might have a little different philosophy than some other teachers. This has kind of become a trend. And last year I gave retests on every single thing, but it's not really how that kind of goes against my own philosophy. Every year, and this is kind of an example, I'll have kids come into class before they've seen the test, before anything, before they've taken it, and they'll ask me, Mr. Leonard, is there going to be a retest? That just tells me that they were unprepared for class. Apologies for the announcement there. My philosophy is that if the whole class does poorly, and that's something that I did wrong. If I didn't prepare you to be successful, I'm absolutely going to give a retest. So if like the class average is in the 50s or 60s, I'm going to give a retest for that, absolutely. If everything is normal and, you know, some kids do well, some kids, you know, not so well, and my class average is in the 70s where it should be, C average, I'm not going to give a retest. I really want kids to learn that lesson of preparing yourself. I stress that proper preparation prevents poor performance. I got it written on the wall. So hopefully if they do poorly on one quiz because they didn't study, they'll learn that lesson, and next time they'll study and make sure that they're prepared. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Moving through here quickly because they want us to only have 7 or so minutes. How grading works is the student's grade is made up of 30% of their grade is made up of homework and classwork. The other 70% is assessments, meaning tests, quizzes, and projects or things like that. So you really need to, you know, to do both. You can't just do your tests and score hundreds on all your tests and expect to get an A. You got to do both things. You got to get your work done. So again, 70% of your grade is made up of assessments, test quizzes, and projects. The other 30% is classwork and homework. Supplies that they need. They just need a notebook with regular size paper, not the little composition books. I have notebooks too. If it's an issue for anybody that is having trouble getting to the store to get stuff, I can more than happy to give your son or daughter a notebook. A folder for work that I pass back. I explained to them that, you know, I have 150 to 165 kids, something of that nature. So there'll be some point this year where when I'm entering grades on the computer, I might mess up and put, you know, somebody's grade in the one below where it was supposed to go. And I just want the kids to make sure that they check the work that I pass back to them against the computer, so that they can come and say, hey, Mr. Leonard, you put in, you know, that I got an 80 on the test, I really got a 90. And I'll simply say, hey, show it to me, and I'm more than happy. I'll apologize and change the grade. But they need to be able to show me that test for me to do that. Even though I might have made the mistake, they got to be able to show it to me. Otherwise, I'd have every student come telling me that they got an A on everything and that I messed up. So please tell them to at least save their work until they check it against the computer. If they throw it out after that, that's up to them. I would encourage them to hold on to it, but it's up to them. Blue or black ink only in my class. I don't accept turquoise. I know it's a type of blue, but regular blue, regular black. No turquoise, red, purple, green, all those different color pens. No, we're trying to move towards academic writing. Blue or black ink or pencil, okay? Last but not least, parents always ask if they can donate anything or anything like that. The biggest need we have is like Kleenex, Clorox wipes. Those are probably the two biggies. On the syllabus it says colored paper, but I really don't need colored paper. I got a big donation of that a couple of years ago. So if there's anything you want to donate, if there's something besides those, please feel free to you know, ask. I'm probably more than happy to, you know, to take it, and it's all for the kids anyways. So I jumped through that really fast. Again, if you have any questions, you can attend tonight's question and answer session, or feel free to send me an email, give a call, leave a message, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Hope you have a good night. Thank you very much. Take care.